Alright, what's up? I'm Charm City 187.
What's going on, everybody? I'm back again. You went 11-5 last week. I went 8-8.
Yep.
It's just 1 week, everybody. Don't get all bent out of shape. He's got a 3-game lead, but 16 weeks left. I don't know how many games that is. It's a big number that I don't feel like multiplying and adding and subtracting. And yeah, let's just move on to week 2.
Yeah. Alright, so Thursday, September 12th, 8:25. Jets at New England.
New England.
Yeah.
There's no need to even think about it. New
Yeah.
England.
Jets don't stand a chance.
Those at home, they stand a chance.
Yeah.
And standing a chance for the Jets is losing by like 25 to New England.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to get blown out.
Yeah. Great game. Great game, NFL Network, for your first game of the year. Jets at New England. But let's go.
Yeah, alright, Sunday the 15th, 1 o'clock. St. Louis at Atlanta. Atlanta's going to kill them.
Well, it's not going to be a pretty game, but St. Louis stands a chance.
Yeah, Atlanta looked slow. They looked slow all preseason. They looked slow as shit the other day.
Yeah, well, Roddy White got basically taken out of the game.
Yeah.
And they really couldn't do anything. I mean, the only thing they had was
Gonzalez couldn't do anything.
No, after that touchdown, he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But Atlanta, I mean, they're at home field advantage, or home dome advantage, whatever you want to call it.
Alright, Carolina at Buffalo. Shitty game.
Shitty game. I mean, the only reason why we're going to talk about Buffalo at home. Only reason why. I mean, Carolina could walk in there and win after what they did in Seattle last week. I actually wanted to take them.
Yeah.
But I like what Buffalo did with E.J. Manuel last week.
Yeah, I liked what he looked pretty good.
But it's still a shitty game.
I'm trying to get him off the waiver wire. To replace Freeman.
Oh, let me ask a question real quick, everybody. Fantasy question. Leave it in the comments section below. Should I start Julian Edelman or Dwayne Bowe against Dallas this weekend? Because Julian Edelman's probably going to be covered by Antonio Cromartie, and Dwayne Bowe is going to be covered by Claiborne or Jenkins from the Cowboys. So just leave it in the comment section below. Much appreciated.
Minnesota at Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on Chicago's bandwagon until I see something wrong with them.
Until their offensive line starts falling apart, I think Chicago will do good. But
yeah.
Once their line falls
I mean, they almost lost last week because of stupid, dumbass Ray Maluga, and that is why I will never pick the Bengals to win anything, because they got a bunch of selfish-ass players. There's a minute to go, you retard, and you drag the guy down on the ground just because he's holding on to you for a little bit longer. You're getting the ball back with a minute to go, and pretty good field position, right?
Yeah.
But hey, that's Cincy for you. Bunch of thugs.
Just like Detroit.
Yeah.
He already got fined
$100,000 for a low block.
Washington at Green Bay. Green Bay, obviously.
If RG3 was...
He looked crippled after the first quarter.
If he wasn't so rusty, I actually think that Washington would stand a chance.
I don't even think he's rusty. I just think he's fucking crippled. His right knee is done.
Thanks for loading up. Dumbass.
Alright, next one's Miami at Indianapolis.
I like Miami.
I like Indy.
Miami, I like Miami because Mike Wallace on that turf. I still like Ryan Tannehill. He's a good quarterback. Defense looked pretty good last week against Cleveland. I told you Cleveland still sucks. Cleveland will always suck. The Indians will always suck. They're not catching Baltimore.
Now, the one thing that does scare me about this game is Indy's defense. They looked like shit.
Yeah, against Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's an option quarterback, though. I mean, that's what's going to happen. They've also, like we said in the preview video, they lost all their pass rush in the offseason. They don't have a pass rush.
My thing in this game is I think Indy's going to be able to, offense is going to be able to score more than Miami's offense.
I mean, Cameron Wake on turf against that Indy offensive line isn't that good. Mm-hmm. I mean, Cameron Wake on that turf. You got Donnell Ellerbe, Deshaun Goldson, or is he in Jacksonville?
He's in Tampa.
Oh, he is in Tampa. He's a Buccaneer.
Dallas at Kansas City.
I am going to take KC.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna take them until they lose.
Yeah, I got you on their bandwagon, you know?
Until they lose one game. Or if they get blown out. If they look like they looked last year for one game, then I'll start picking against them.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as they have Alex Smith at quarterback, they're not going to look like how they did last year. Remember, they had Matt Castle and Brady Quinn.
Or if, what's his name, Jamal Charles doesn't get injured.
If
he goes out, I won't pick him.
I mean, I'm still saying Dallas is probably going to win their division, but going to Kansas City, home opener, after they just trounced Jacksonville, not giving up a single point except for a safety. I mean, they look good last week. Dwayne Bowe didn't have to do anything, they looked good enough.
Cleveland at Baltimore.
I like Baltimore, it's home opener. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
I do.
Yeah. Unlike this one. I mean, the last 5 games they've played have all been decided within 10 points or less.
Just think about it like this. What's been the score of every home game you played to start the season?
Last year against Cincinnati, 44-13. Year before that, 35-7. 35-7 against the Steelers.
Yeah. So I'm saying 38-7.
Yes, I know, but those are also the first games of the season after we didn't just get our asses raped by the Broncos. So it's going to be a close game. It always is.
No.
23-17. Simple as that. What's your score?
38-7. They're going to blow them out. Tennessee at Houston. I'm taking Houston, but I like Tennessee. I just don't think Tennessee's offense is going to be able to go against the Houston defense.
Yeah, Houston all the way.
Yeah. San Diego at Philly.
I like Philly. Home opener. I like home openers. I always usually pick the home team for home openers. Just too much emotion in the crowd. And the way they looked the other night, against a worse defense in San Diego, a worse defense in San Diego, making up words on a video. And San Diego, that was a humiliating loss for me. And what's the controversy with that loss? Like the NFL,
the field goal that they called a penalty on, and then they scored a touchdown the next play. It wasn't a penalty.
Oh, wasn't?
No.
What was it called?
Attacking the center, but he just crossed the center's face. He didn't attack him.
Okay. That's one thing I don't get. You can line up against a regular center's face when they're in shotgun, but what's so special about a long snapper that you can't get in his face?
Because a snapper in shotgun, he's only hiking about 5 feet, and he's just like this. That guy's
7 yards or 6 yards. Sometimes depending on how far they want it back. Sometimes shotgun you see him 4 or 5 yards back.
No. I don't know. I'm taking San Diego, but the reason why I like San Diego in this one is because it's going to be 1 o'clock and it's probably going to be 100 fucking degrees outside, and their Philly's up-tempo offense is going to be nothing.
But remember, San Diego's stuck on, they're thinking it's 10 o'clock back where they are. So their bodies have to adjust. They have to get out to the East Coast early. And what's the main thing with team from the West Coast traveling to the East Coast? They don't play that well.
Well, all they really got to do is turn their clocks back right after the Texans game and just come be on East Coast time.
You ever had to do it?
No.
Have I ever had to do it? No. But we shouldn't comment on that.
4:05.
Oh, what a
Detroit
doozy.
at Arizona.
This is one where I say, screw the home opener part. It's Arizona.
Yeah.
I like Carson Palmer. I like how they looked last week. They lost to St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost to St. Louis on some bullshit penalty.
Don't matter. So like Detroit.
Dude, that's 6 games that were lost because of a fucking penalty.
Or a non-challenge.
That one play didn't lose the game for us. It was a whole bunch of shit.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm both taking Detroit.
Worst game of the week coming up here, folks.
New Orleans at
Tampa. I meant the other one. One of the worst games of the week still, though. There's a lot of shitty games this week.
Yeah.
The first week, there was a ton of games to pick from.
I do like Vincent Jackson. He got me 17 fantasy points. But Josh Freeman, how the fuck does your wide receiver get 17 fantasy points, but your quarterback get 9?
Interceptions and fumbles. They count against you in some leagues. New Orleans.
Vincent Jackson had 16.95 points and Freeman had 9.82.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's a quarterback throws an interception doesn't count against a wide receiver.
No.
New Orleans.
Yeah. 4:25. Jacksonville at Oakland.
Oh.
Oakland.
Yeah.
Oakland's gonna run up and down the field again.
I don't even think Gabbert's even playing. Like, it would make a difference, but Gabbert's not playing. I mean,
he got 15 stitches in his hand, throwing hand.
Might make him throw better.
Denver at the Giants. Denver 31-17.
Yeah, it's one of those games where we pick the score. Basically, we're saying it's like game of the week material. I like Denver 27-20. Giants are at home, but I mean,
they have no running back.
No running backs. They have to re-sign Brandon Jacobs too. God damn. Big old tall motherfucker running straight forward. I mean,
he's like a fucking linebacker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
But yeah, Denver. And that's a good matchup though. Manning against Manning. I think that's the first time they ever played each other, right?
No.
No, they played each other before. No, the game I'm looking forward to later this year is Manning going back to Indy though. That's gonna be a good game. That's like week 9 or 10.
Sunday night, San Fran at Seattle.
Seattle at home, best home field advantage in football, even better than Baltimore. Because they pump sound into the stadium.
Yeah, that's what's against the rules, ain't it?
Yeah, so does Indy.
Yeah. The Indy's the one that got caught for doing it.
Yeah, yeah. But Seattle at home, only reason why I'm picking Seattle, I probably would pick San Fran to win any other time. But Seattle at home, 24-20.
Yeah, I got them 28-20. I would take San Fran if they had Crabtree playing, but
I still think that it's very easy to just shut down Anquan Bolden. You get him, like Richard Sherman's going to be on Anquan Bolden. You ain't going to hear from Anquan Bolden that entire game.
Unless he goes in the slot, because Sherman doesn't go in the slot.
No, Sherman usually just sticks on a man.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
I thought he always played.
No, because remember, he followed Roddy White that entire NFC divisional playoff game. I mean, he caught one touchdown pass, but he shadowed Roddy White that entire game.
Yeah.
And then Monday night game, Pittsburgh at Cincy. I would love to pick against Cincy.
Yeah, but I can't.
I can't after the way the Steelers look like crap.
And I think the Titans let them score because they felt bad for them.
That's not bad. No.
Or they just gave up.
Yeah, well, the Titans saw they won the game.
Yeah, just coasted, gave up.
Yeah, and then, but it's just like, I think Cincy's starting to replace Pittsburgh as my most hated team because I can see Pittsburgh kind of like
falling by the wayside.
And then Cincy's got this whole entire dumbass Ray Maluka. You are stupid. Let me just fight with this guy. There's a minute left to go in the game. They're gonna punt.
I don't even think they would have punted. Was it tied?
It was Chicago was up by 3. And then they kept the ball. I think Cincy was out of timeouts.
Yeah.
They had one left and they were going to call timeout because it was 4th down. They were going to get the ball back. And then Ray Maluka started fighting with a lineman that was holding on to him for too long.
Yep.
And it's just like, dude, just let him go. Or let it go. Your team's going to get the ball back. And the way AJ Green was playing, you guys would have scored again. But no,
you're through another pick. One of the two were going to happen.
But no, you're an idiot. Dalton probably would have thrown a pick, actually. He doesn't lead a lot of game-winning drives. You're an idiot, and that is why, since he sucks, they will always suck, and they will never beat the Ravens for the division title, ever. No. Ever. With Joe Flacco at quarterback, with Andy Dalton at quarterback. Because you got players like Ray Maluka, Vontaze Burfict. Who's another trash player they have?
I don't even pay attention to him anymore after 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Or right after Burfict did the first time we played him last year.
Alright, well,
yeah.
I think that's going to do it for us.
Yep. Alright.
Enjoy week 2, everybody.